What up, y'all? It's Yaya with the Rising Dandelion, and I am here to give y'all the 2025 insight for Gemini. And so here, what we're going to be looking at is the dice, and then we are going to be doing playing cards and some stones. And I'm going to go ahead and start off in saying that if you have this zodiac sign in any part of your natal chart, this information can help you in that specific area. So let's go ahead and get ready. What does Gemini need to know for 2025? Cool. All right, so here we are starting with 5. So Gemini is no stranger to change. Being that you guys have 2, there's always one that's present and one that's not. So when I see this, there is a lot that is being let go, being released, being no longer in need, it feels like. Here with this 5, I also see that there is a lot of self-love that you're giving to yourself in 2025 just because of what you're releasing. So if it's a relationship, an environment, a situation, things, old beliefs, old habits, whatever it may be, let it go, essentially. And if you're not, and you've already done all of that now, then you're going to start seeing that here more in 2025, where you are speaking out into existence what it is that you want. So it depends, how you use your tongue, your mind, and your heart. How are you going to change your world in 2025? So naturally, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication, and naturally you guys are gifted in the communication realm, but sometimes y'all like to swing that sword around a little too hard and a little too feisty. So just be careful with what you say and how you say, because it's all about the delivery and the presentation to who you're speaking to. So if you're not trying to have chaos in 2025, just give yourself that extra pause or two, so that way you can not have to deal with so much. You don't always have to fight, okay, guys? So moving on, the next one I have is a 3. So here, going and pairing with that, but also just in the individual message itself, there is the message that obviously some of you guys are not going to heed that delivery on communication. So you probably may have some obstacles come up, some tests, some challenges, whatever it may be. But for those that do listen and aren't stubborn, you guys are going to learn a lot. And investing into yourself because you've already released so much makes the most sense. Definitely, I see a lot of you guys taking classes, going back to school, doing things to advance yourself, because you are a zodiac who just loves to learn. Naturally, you guys are always trying to be about everything, which is very good. But make sure that whatever it is that you are doing and growing in, whether you're fighting personal development battles or real life school and test battles, make sure you're bringing your balance into your world with time, money, and energy. So not overpouring into your indulgences and not overpouring into the things that give you a lot of comfort, because this isn't a moment for comfort at all. This is a year for motion all the way. So if you haven't gotten rest, make time. Say no. I mean, you guys talk a lot, so start saying no if you don't know how to say no. But the 2 that I am seeing, there is this message that's coming through that you guys need that alone time to reflect, to really see what it is after all the things that you've let go and all the things that you've learned, you've seen, and you've encountered. What is next? What is it that you need to feel loved, peace, valued, supported, and at peace? Because that value that people bring to you that feels real good can be opportunities, resources, networking, connections, whatever that looks like, right? But in this too, it's like, you shouldn't have to buy your friends. You shouldn't have to, give your last of everything just to make sure that someone else is happy. Like, that should be for you. With this too as well, if there is a conflict, internal or external, where it's like, I tried to release them, they made this an issue, and now there's a conflict. Like, okay, so now what are we gonna do? Well, what do you want to do? You know what is it that is going to allow you to move forward. Is it releasing? Is it just moving forward without them? Is it saying what you have to say because that's what you used to do? Break the cycle. That's really what I gotta say to that. Break the cycle. Because you're gonna see that at the end, there's the three. This three's going up, or actually, for me, it's going up. And then this three is going down. But for you, it looks like it's going up. So with this three coming back down, it's like whatever you're doing in this first few months, really, I would say to the beginning of the year, do what it is going to be best for you, not what's best for the situation, not what's best for somebody else, because this is going to be something that you see as a reward at the end of it all. Like if you're waiting for something, but you have like this little block or this little moment in front of you that you have to go through before you can get to that blessing, then that's the test. But this is where you're gonna start to see a lot of promotion, a lot of elevation. And I only say promotion, but like promotion of life, promotion of jobs, promotion of relationships, promotion of just everything. If you're doing things right. If you haven't, you're gonna be stuck. You may have to do some more, activities essentially, and that's lessons, communication, alone time, meditation, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe doing some more of that in order to get through to see progress, because sometimes we are needing that extra time to fully understand the lesson, because sometimes these lessons come in so many different, you know, context and imagery and mask and ways that sometimes we do need that extra time, and that's okay. But at the end of it all, there's progress, there's endings and new beginnings. By end of May, June, Gemini season, you guys are gonna see a lot of what you've worked for and see a lot of progress for sure by then. And then it's gonna be to the moon essentially. But even after that, that's where you have your stopping point, and then it'll be the next round of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull some cards here. We're gonna do, ooh, your communication needs to be very grounded because this is a year where you cannot play with your words with anybody, because that one F you, that one I need to get the last word in, can be that one moment that delays so much. It costs you so much and it's not worth it. So make sure if you got to talk to somebody, if you don't want to put it on the internet, you better have at least one person to go to. I always go personally 3 people, but maybe even then that's too much. Now I'm changing to 1, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, all right, Gemini, now that yep, here it is. This is the 5. This is literally the 5 that I saw. This is the 5. So this card is about manifestation, speaking into existence what you want. The cause and effect of your actions are gonna be seen. So if you're doing what you gotta do and you did everything right, you're gonna see a lot of improvement and a lot of reward for doing the right thing. God's looking, the spirits are looking. Just because you think no one's looking, everyone's looking. Everybody's looking. All right, Gemini, what do we got to see? All right, so in all of this said, because it's really, really easy to think that you can go about next year like you did this year. No, 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 sir or ma'am or them. I don't know what the sir or ma'am part for them is, but person here. This is the reveal. This is going to be really, if you're really trying to hang on to things that you didn't want to let go, you're about to really see why you need to let them go and why it's going to be important to let things go, because this is the next chapter for your mental evolution, your transformation. We're going to have new beginnings in 2026, but if you're not trying to get on the ride now, you're going to be forced on the ride, and you're going to be forced to be strapped in, and nobody likes that. But once you see the truth, your mind will start to wonder a lot of what ifs, maybes, hopes nots, and probablys. But you need to be in control and use these anxieties as your fuel. So now, typically, whenever I'm giving readings and I see this card, I talk about the anxieties and fears and worries as weeds in the back of our head. And these weeds can grow so high because we're just cutting, right? Every now and then we'll just cut. But they can grow so high that they block us, that they stop us. But this is medicine. This is how we heal. A lot of people don't see it as medicine because they just see it as annoying or frustrating or overwhelming. But you, Gemini, there's two of y'all, first off. So if this is the other side, you better work with this other side of yourself and tell it to chill the hell out, because here, this is your muse. This is where you get an anxiety. What if this? Well, you know what if that happens? If that happens, this or this is going to happen, and it's going to be in my favor. And you use the facts that are available. You don't make up things. You don't try to pull things out of thin air and just hope and be, bliss, love, and light. No, 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 no. 2025 is going to come at y'all a little different. But this worry, these anxieties, they're intended to provide to you a way in expanding your mind, believe it or not, because we can't get rid of them. There are things that naturally happen because new things are happening. We're transforming, we're shifting, we're letting go, we're experiencing new energies, that it's really easy to fall into this. But I want y'all to take a breather. Y'all literally are air signs, so you better be breathing. But if you cannot breathe naturally, if you're on just blah, 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 this is literally how your brain's going to represent that naturally when you communicate. You need to slow down. Slow down, wear white, wash your head in some coconut water, cool water if you need to. Cover your head with a hat. Don't wear black. If this is what you're dealing with, don't wear black. Don't wear red. Wear light colors. Wear things that are going to be allowing you to move, because black is very absorbing. It's very hot. It's not a bad color, but like during this time, you don't need that. 2025, wear white. You better invest into white shirts or something. But let me go ahead and pull this card because they're not gonna let me move without it. All right. So my Gemini, here we go. So if you got kids, they gonna call your ass out. They will, if you got siblings, kids, little ones in your life, younger siblings in your life, young people in your life that love and protect you, they gonna call your ass right out. And same with these people. So where you get called out, it's for love, because they want to see you happy. They want to see better for you. But this is also where you need to be willing to accept the advice and the guidance, because if you're stubborn and just trying to do it all by yourself, it's going to feel really hard. It's really easy to get trapped in the I can do this by myself, because it sometimes takes a community. Sometimes it does just take you. But having that support in whatever way it looks like is important. So, all right, Gemini, what are we looking at? Oh, a lot of emotional healing. Ground yourself in that root chakra. This is a green jasper, but I still see both because these two also work with heart chakra. A lot of the mental is being affected by the emotional. So what I always like to describe is like you're trying to start a fire with wet wood. All you're doing is creating smoke. You need to separate. Let the thoughts dry out by working on your emotions first, and then trying to burn the wood, burn the thoughts out, because then it's going to make a lot more sense. But if you need more help, I did post a cord cutting video on my profile. You can definitely find it on there. I posted it somewhere. But I hope this helps you in some type of way. Wherever this is posted, you can leave comments, likes, share, subscribe, whatever that looks like for you. Either way, I am just happy to be able to share the message, and I hope this gives you some confirmation, validation, and reassurance that things are going to be okay. But you just got to trust yourself and allow yourself to move forward in the way that you need to move forward. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and bye.